So today I'm out buying up some materials for the community goal that's currently going on. Someone asked me about a view of how the ship's handled in flight. So we're here currently at a surface port. We just bought a load of material. I'm in the new Panther Clipper MkII.
Your ship has been released. You are now clear for departure.
Just lifting off from the pad. And we're going to just have a look at some of the ships and how they're handled in flight. This ship's name is indeed in humour. It's displayed at the top right of the screen. I'm not going to read it out. You may snigger when ready. It's not really far off the truth though. The Clipper MkII is absolutely massive. Over 1,000 tons of cargo in this ship. So we're just leaving the planet in the usual way. This bit's not really much different regardless of what ship you're in. Depends very much on the gravity of the planet. 0.14 G this one's moon, so not too high, not too low. And obviously the performance of the ship and mass, arrow thrusters, etc. will determine how fast you actually leave the planet. We are accelerating its gravity though. So we're on climb out at the moment, as you can see. I've set a course to the carrier, which is orbiting this moon, so it's a very short flight. And as you can see, despite being so large, Panther does handle pretty well. Just rotating around to the line up with the carrier, there we go, very close to it. Now one limitation, like a lot of these big ships, is you don't get a lot of view upwards or downwards out of the cockpit. You get lateral and forward view. It does limit you a bit with landing and approaching stations and things, as you'll see a bit later on when we fly a different ship. It's dropping out of supercruise now. And we get the usual delays. Okay. Pad 5. Now this being a large ship, it's one of the large pads, which are the two rows down the centre of the flight deck. Only one's lit up, I see pad 5 is there. But I've got a small pad, well I had 6 just lit up now. 4, I can't remember, I'm counting. Anyway. 3, okay, whatever. There's a small pad, as you may notice next to it, which is also being in the ship going down to it now. That's a medium ship, there's a small ship going down, a Viper will do that. But be careful not to interfere with the flight path of other ships when flying across the flight deck of a carrier. If a pad lights up, be very ready. So at this size it's a bit awkward to manoeuvre. But as you can see, it's actually pretty responsive despite its size and mass. Just got to make sure I don't interfere with the pad behind me. There's always likely to be a ship coming down behind that pad behind me as I'm doing this. So keeping clear of the other flight paths as we do so. Pads that are not lit up are currently in use, nothing marshal to come down on them yet, so I'll get away with flying over those pads. That's just the local security forces checking out who's landing. Now I cannot see the pad at all, as you can see, I'm completely instruments only, running blind. With experience you can get it pretty close, but it takes a lot of practice. If you're aware, this is a complete, at the moment, that's a...
Contact confirmed. Clamps engaged. Welcome to our carrier, Commander.
Let's go empty out the cargo. That was a manual landing, no automation there. I do use automated docking and launching when I'm coming in out of starports because I've scraped and banged the walls a few times with this ship. I've actually got stuck a couple of times trying to get out of starport. I had to log out in a hurry before I got blown up. So when hauling large quantities of material, it's easy just to use automation. There's an Imperial Clipper behind me. Look. NPC ship. blue colour gives it away. Okay, so there's the ship we're in. What we're going to do now is we're going to change to a different ship just to have a look at how that handles. We're going to use, scroll down to it, oh, not that one, this one, the Type 9. We'll get a look at this ship in a minute. Let's rock on the type deck. It's dark in the hangar. Just try and zoom out a little bit. There we go. This is the Lakon Type 9 transporter, Type 9 Heavy. Veritable warehouse. 720 tons capacity in its current configuration. Can be stretched a little bit more if you take the shields away, but it's not a good idea taking shields off or something like this. Until the Panther came out, this is one of the biggest ships, cargo-wise, you could get. The cockpit is absolutely huge. It's on 2 levels. It's so big. The size of a small apartment. For a quite all that long, not all that tall, but very wide, this ship. A bit pancake shaped. Now we're going to see how a Type 9 handles.
Ship release. Keep your throttle low until clear.
One of these, if I crank it wide open, you wouldn't know the difference. Big lumbering behemoth, the Type 9. I do like flying this ship, it's actually quite nice, despite its limitations. As you can see, the view out of the cockpit is certainly not a limitation, it's a big, big plus. You can see up, down, all around. Very useful for landing, approaching surface ports in particular. One thing the Panther does not have is that all-round view. The short flight, approximately 3.3 megameters to approach this station is difficult because it's so close, because I've got to fly around the planet to get to it. You tend to come up too close and have to do a bit of a dance in the upper atmosphere to lose speed and create distance. But as you can see with the Type 9 cockpit, I can look out the top of the cockpit to see where I am. Now it's the solid line means it's now line of sight. I've got line of sight to the station, whether I can turn quickly enough to... just about. If I overshot it, I'll have to go around a bit of a loop to come back. Space go around. Okay, now I've got to get lined up correctly. The thing with the Type 9, you have to plan ahead a bit. It won't move that quick, it doesn't turn that quick, especially a supercruise. You've got to plan what you want to do ahead of actually doing it. To the surface outpost. It's a bit smaller than a full-size surface port.
Lakon Sierra Tango Alpha. Please adhere to safe speed limits when approaching the starport. approval is granted. Proceed at your earliest convenience to pad 10.
You can see I do a bit of aerobatics as a Type 9. You never think you'd hear those words in the same sentence, would you? Yeah, playing Top Gun on the Type 9 isn't it? It's never going to work out well. The problem is the approach for the approach vector for this particular port. You come in on the opposite side for the large pads. Now, a large ship has to get a vector to the pad on the other side of where I am, so you've got to fly all the way around.
4,000 meters from touchdown.
Yeah. One of the reasons why the Panther's a bit quicker, a bit more nimble in handling is because it's a newer ship, a newer design, newer technology. Thrusters are a bit more, it's more of a better placed, although it's bigger and heavier. This is an older design of ship, but I still like it. I prefer it over the Imperial Cutter. Even the Cutter is better in many ways. Now I'm playing to the fact that other landing pad isn't in use right now, it hasn't lit up. Get away with partially occupying it from.
Your current flight path is good, Commander.
Well, you might think that, but I'm heading towards the landing pad, admittedly. My gear is down. You see, now I can see out the lower part of the cockpit as well. I get a much better view of the pad to line up with it, even though I'm on the upper level of the cockpit. The ergonomics are actually pretty good. Oh, look at that! Almost bang on. Now don't come down too hard. It'll be a big bang. It'll hit the pad. That.
Docking complete. You may alight when ready.
So all
starport amenities are available to you, Commander.
Thank you very much. Now, the all-round view is really, really good out of these. Right, we're going to buy some more stuff. Someone's been around and just cleaned it out. There's over 1,000, only 4,000 of these things available last time. Now someone's been around and cleaned that. It wasn't me. I took 1,038 tonnes in the Panther, and someone's been along behind me and just bought another load. So 9 titanium. Dear. We are running short, aren't we? I'll just buy up what I can find. What else can I got? I've not even filled this one up yet. 9. Alright then. What the hell? I'm scraping a barrel now. Aluminium. There is one more material they'll take. Aluminium. It's not worth a great deal, but they want that for the CG, so let's fill up the rest of the ship with that. So let's plot a route tech to the carrier and make the journey in the Type 9. We always take off away from the control buildings and the settlement itself.
The landing coupler has been disengaged. You are now cleared for takeoff.
I do like the engine sound of these Type 9s, I think that. Exiting the planet's gravity field is the same for pretty much every ship, so I've cut that bit out. No need to watch it again. No, it's so slow this thing turns. I'm going to plan ahead a bit of the T9. I'm going to get quite close to the moon, but that's not a problem. Maybe not as close this time as I thought.
You are welcome at this carrier, Commander. Let us know if you're looking to dock. Captain. We look forward to welcoming you to our carrier.
Which pad I want? 2? Oh yeah. Pad 2's right at the back, near the command deck. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fly around approach from the rear. Ideally the best way to approach these carriers from the rear, because then whichever padding and Marshall tool you can easily get across to it. That would fly across the active flight deck. But again, smaller, more agile ships you want to get away with it. A lumbering beast like this, no. You're getting everybody's way. So there's the command deck. Be sure I do not crash into it. The carrier's had new paint jobs since you last saw it. Definitely improvement, I think. Well, there's the command deck. I know we're not going to bang into that. Good. One of the things I like about the Fortune class is the command deck is offset to one side or out of the way, so you can fly centrally up onto the main large pad area of the flight deck. It's not in the way. Pad 2, get ourselves down onto it. Again, the downward view is a very big help doing this. You just got to fly blind and guess and use your instruments and everything else. Oh, I obviously got away with this time right now. As you can see, I've been flying these for quite a while. To know them pretty well.
Contact confirmed. Clear to disembark. What can we do for you today?
Transfer this lot off the carrier. Right, what we're going to do now is use a different ship. Not a lot left to buy at the station right now, so let's see what else we've got. Let's try a small ship. Give you an idea how the difference in handling is between a large and a small. You can't go much smaller than this. The only thing smaller than an Eagle is a sidewinder. I don't even have one anymore. Oh, there's a Type 9 taking off. No, somebody hasn't just hijacked mine and gone off with the joyride with it. That's an NPC Type 9. Let's take a look around the Eagle. This is a small fighter combat ship. It's just known as an Eagle. I haven't painted it or anything. I'm not even sure I got it. I got it for some random little mission I was running. Not really done anything with it. Not even named it at this point. Quite a fun ship actually to fly. Not that hard to blow up, mind you, if I'm fighting one of these. So there's a T9 landing there.
Ship is ready. Keep your throttle low until clear.
There's another NPC Type 9 landing there next as we're taking off. It is said an Eagle is about as close as you'll get to a TIE fighter in this game. From that engine sound, I'm inclined to agree. Being a combat vessel, we've got a good view overhead and around, which could be useful to see where the station is. Dotted lines means it's over the horizon. I don't have line of sight to it. Once the eyes go solid, I do have line of sight. There it is. How close am I to it? Closer than I'd like to be. Oh, we'll be alright. We're alright. notice the difference. A
Orbital flight engaged.
small ship, it can manoeuvre a lot faster, as you can see. Yes, this is I'm a little bit too far away from it, but I'll get a bit closer. This is a combat ship, so they will have a high manoeuvrability. But nonetheless, the comparison between this and a large ship, any large ship, not just a Type 9, you can see the difference immediately. So we'll look around the cockpit. Very cosy in here. Very small, very cosy. Send me this time.
Coordinates Sierra Tango Alpha. Please observe Imperial traffic regulations at all times. Approval is granted. Please proceed to Bay 04.
I suggest you've had some experiences in the past with Eagle pilots. Of course, it goes without saying aerobatics in one of these is a lot easier than anything else, but they're flying close to me. Where are they? So I've got to be a little bit careful. Should I let go? Keep an eye on the radar all the time. See what other traffic is around me. Notice that small pads are quite popular. That's not my shadow coming down to that pad, I'm sure it isn't. That's not, it's the wrong shaped shadow. Let's look at DBX. Oops.
Descend to flight level 300.
There it is. Now again, I can't see directly down, but it's only a small ship, so I should be okay. Somewhere in the middle of those lampposts. Oh, miles off. Don't get as much leeway on a small pad. There we go. The other thing is... Oof. The other thing is these small ships.
Landing safely completed. You may alight when ready. It's good to have you with us, Commander.
They're quite twitchy. Quite twitchy and... yeah, tricky to land gently. Well, we ain't got a lot of, I can't take 47 of those, can I? Buy some of that. 6.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
Realistically, the only purpose of a cargo rack in one of these is to carry limpets or any odd bits and things like escape pods or what floating about in space. Recovery, search and rescue type thing. It's not a ship you carry cargo in normally.
Your ship has been released. Please depart when ready, Commander.
Note the rate of climb. Just the vertical thrusters alone.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3,
Flying above me.
1.
Look how fast I can turn in this. Oh, we're going to fly a little bit close to the moon. Very close, in fact. We're incursioning into the gravity field, but we should be okay. Yeah, we are coming back out of it again. Just as we drop, supercruise.
Mission granted. A landing pad has been assigned to you,
16,
Commander.
sounds like the other side of the carrier. It damn well is, isn't it? Why'd you do that to me, plane? Just check it's definitely not one of these two. No, I don't think it is. My compass is pointing me over. Where is it? Oh, it's telling me to go the other side. 16. That's 16 there. Okay. 16X canal 13. Fit around this. Move a lot quicker than this. But it's also very easy to either crash into the pad or overshoot it. Or bang into it so hard you don't know what happened. Oh, careful not to smash it. Bad. Not too bad.
Contact confirmed. Ship secured. What can we do for you today?
I'll try not to wreck my landing gear in the process. Right, let's try another small ship. An ordinary small ship this time, not a combat vessel. Let's check we've got some. Yeah, we have got some cargo space. This one, good. This.
Landing clamps disengaged. And you're away.
This is the Hauler. The smallest trading ship in the game. Generally very useful as personal shuttles. Used for travelling around the bubble between stations and doing little missions that involve doing myself, just me, myself and I across the between stations or systems or ships. But its original purpose is actually a very small cargo ship. Maximum capacity 16 tons, which this one has. Look at the interior, it's very car-like, isn't it?
Frameshift drive charging.
It's quite nice actually.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Not a bad ship, what it does. Get limited view out, limited view upwards. There's two very small viewports in the top, but they're not really much use, to be honest. Try and work at where I am. I'm much too close to the planet and much too far away from the surface port at the moment. Where are we now? Oh, I'll do. I can make it work. I can make it work.
Orbital flight engaged.
Oh, we're going much too fast here. We're going to crash. We're going to get bounced off the gravity field. Bounce off the gravity field if I'm not careful. Right. Too easy to order to get impatient and get carried away. We'll take a look at the outside of this ship in a minute when we land.
Peterson, Sierra Tango Alpha. This is the Imperial Flight Operations Bureau. Please approach the starport and request docking access. Approval is granted. Please proceed to Bay 03.
This is more normal maneuverability for a small ship. amazing because it's small and light, low mass. It's just like a clipper cutter flying overhead there. Pad 3, one this time. It's the other pad, one next to where it landed last time.
Landing gear deployed.
500 meters from touchdown.
It's a little more difficult manoeuvring against gravity because it's not quite as stable as it is in space. Again, no downward visibility whatsoever, you've got to guess. Not that far off, it's down a bit lower. Not bang it too hard on the pad. Oops. Not too bad at all actually. Here it is. The hauler. I will rename this ship as it originally was a shuttle, hence its name. I have two of them, but now I've got a fleet carrier, I don't need two. One will suffice. I don't want to sell it though, they're too handy to get rid of. So I've repurposed it into its original cargo configuration. I'll think of a more suitable name for it later. Right now I'm going to mop up a little bit of, why not, CMM composites.
Cargo hold at
You
maximum
made half 16 tons of that. But you know, for the smaller trader, we don't really need as much of a quantity, it can be just what you need. For a new player, just starting out the game as a trader, this is what you start off with. You upgrade to a Type 6.
The landing coupler has been disengaged. Please depart when ready, Commander.
If you go for a dedicated freighter anyway. There are other ships you can use in the meantime. Type 6 is the next one in the line.
frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Again, see the very small viewports of the roof. I'm not even sure why they're there. It's quite a nice interior. You notice how small the cockpit is. The pilot's seat pretty much occupies the whole space. Just how small this ship actually is. Now I'm going to get very close to the moon. I'm nearly back in orbital cruise. We're not quite there. I'm going to drop out in a minute.
Welcome, Commander. Please respect our carrier and fly carefully. Permission granted. We look forward to welcoming you to our carrier.
It's definitely on a solid carrier. The booster, not it does a lot on one of these, but there you see 14 over the other side. What I'm going to do is fly across the non-active pads. If I do this path here, where's that orange ship going? Landing. Oh, a large pad's just come up. Let's come on. Let's go right before we start coming down. As long as I'm clear of the pad area before the ship gets anywhere near it, I'm in the clear. It's not cool flying underneath a landing ship, it's not funny. It might look funny, but it's not. we're all done.